Disgusting!
Yes, my people, welcome to another video. I'm dressed up like a pilot. I'm gonna go and fly like a pilot. That's a terrible intro. I gotta figure that out for next time. But anyway, I'm in my car currently driving to Orlando International Airport to then get a rental car from there to drive down to Vero Beach Airport, which is about a 2-hour drive, and then operate a flight from Vero Beach to Washington Dulles, overnighting there tonight, and then I've got the whole day off there tomorrow. You're coming along for the ride to see the day in the life of an airline pilot. So it's raining. The good thing about that is that I just washed my car today. So I spent the morning washing my car. It's currently 1:45 p.m. I have to be at Vero Beach at 4:45. I'm not one that likes to be late or cut things close. I like to be at the gate, ready to go early if at all possible. Just one flight up to Dulles and then a day off tomorrow, and gonna see what I can do up there. I know they've got the White House. I know they've got other colour houses as well.
This is great banter.
Great job. If you've got any questions throughout the video, throw them in the comments, because I'd like to kind of roll those questions into other videos and kind of answer as many questions as I possibly can for you viewers at home. So that'd be pretty cool. But it's been an eventful morning, not only because we washed our cars, but because we just moved into a new house and we don't have fences on the side at the moment. So we're kind of sharing a grassy area with a neighbour who has some dogs. And I was in the shower, you know, getting ready for the day ahead to be well presented, being a respectful first officer for the captain, so he's not sitting next to somebody that smells bad. But speaking of things that smell bad, because we don't have fences and the neighbour has dogs, he for some reason thinks it's okay to allow his dogs to go to the side and do the business on our side of the grass. Didn't sit well with me at all. Nah, I went and knocked on the door and kind of had a nice little conversation with the neighbour to ask if that could stop, please, because that's not the first time that's happened. That's been the start to my day, so it can only get better from there. Shoveling some dog poo in the morning and then flying to Washington Dulles in the evening. What can be better than that? Oh, this day is going to be good. So arriving at Orlando International Airport here to pick up the rental, and it just, every time I come here, it's just, the feeling that I get from this place is a feeling of like holiday vibes. My family and I moved here back in 2005, but even before that, we used to come on holiday here all the time. This was our go-to place. Now living here, I still get the vibes of that I'm on holiday. We used to always fly into Orlando International. They've got the same carpet in there, they've got the same smell in there. You know what I mean? That might sound weird. There is a massive line of planes. I'm actually pleased that I'm not flying from here today then. Sit tight, let me get this rental. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, car commandeered. We are leaving Orlando. Flying out of Vero Beach. Got about an hour and a half to get down to Vero Beach. And the special thing about this is that Vero Beach is somewhere that I'm very, very familiar with from flying general aviation. The nostalgia here is that Vero Beach was one of the very first places after I got my private pilot certificate back in 2012 that I took a passenger to. Flew from Orlando down to Vero Beach with a passenger on board, which is insane to now think that I'm going to be flying a commercial airliner out of Vero Beach, that very same airport, just this time heavier metal and with a heck of a lot more people. It's a pretty cool day. I'll take this. This is a decent room, I'll take it. Alright, that light's not going to work. Okay. Well, let me tell you, it is cold here. It's -2 degrees at the moment, which for me is way too cold. I decided to live in Florida where we don't get this cold. I moved away from England to get away from this. But anyway, it's time to get some food. Yes, people, it is the next day. This is how it's looking today. Don't let it fool you, because it's 0 degrees out there. It was -2 a little bit ago. Tomorrow, when I wake up, it's supposed to be -9. That's going to be fun, doing a pre-flight walk around in -9. Let's talk about yesterday. The flight, really uneventful. I was pilot monitoring up here, which those aspiring pilots watching may think, oh, pilot monitoring, that's boring. It's not. I actually enjoy monitoring. It was an easy flight, uneventful, little bit of turbulence around the Carolinas, but other than that, nothing to report. Easy straight in to runway 1 center at Dulles. At one point we had 150 knot tailwind, which got our ground speed up to about 585, I think is the highest that I saw it. Yeah, got into Dulles, had a nice meal that you saw. The chicken sandwich and fries, I'm giving that a 9 out of 10. That was tasty. Now today is a completely different day. We're gonna go and do something cool. So time to put the jacket on and get out there. Thank you very much. You too, thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Air and Space Museum. This is going to be fun. I'm overwhelmed. So I didn't even know that this place was here. You know, whether I'm going to expose myself as not really an avgeek. But yeah, the captain and I were talking last night on the flight up here, and he said that there's this museum and it's free and that I should go. There we go. And you're always supposed to listen to your captain. Doing all this, and it's busy as well. I'm not surprised it's free. But he told me that Concorde is here as well, which I have to go and see Concorde. My eyes don't know what to look at first. First of all, why does this need to be on display?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Cessna in a museum. Put it on the scrap heap. Pipers are the better products. But anyway, we're not getting into that today. Pretty sick seeing the old instrumentation, the old altimeters here. Compass, the handheld altimeter, carried it on a French observation balloon. Interesting to see how things have progressed. Like now, of course, you know, I'm flying an A220, which is all screens and all computers, but like this stuff, this is the real stuff. This is real flying, you know, stuff that the kids that are coming through flight training these days that are never really going to have to deal with, because the planes that they're coming out with, all these flight schools have glass cockpits and stuff. Really crazy. I've always said, like, in flight training you should have experience with steam gauges. For those that don't know what steam gauges mean, it's just your analog gauges that they have. I actually prefer it, honestly, in general aviation aircraft. That's not the way of the world anymore. Wow, the Enola Gay. That's the actual one. That is the one that dropped the thing on the place. B-29 Super Fortress, dropping all sorts of things on different things. I've seen Concorde. Okay, all right, it's over. It's over. We've got to go and talk about Concorde. In my interview for my airline, I got asked how I got into aviation. And honestly, Concorde is a big part of it, in the sense that my granddad was the one that got me into flying. My granddad used to be in the Royal Air Force. When I was a kid, he used to take me around to all the different airports to go and watch planes and all different RAF bases and stuff like that. And one time we went to, I think it was Manchester Airport, and they had Concorde on display, and we got to go in it and have a look and all of that. And it's just nice to kind of have a moment with Concorde again and remember my granddad. It was my granddad that got me into flying. He's no longer with us, but he's always with me, watching me do cool aviation stuff. Bob Hoover. But yeah, this is a thing of beauty, man. And that should never have stopped flying, by the way. Let me know your opinions on that, but in my opinion, it shouldn't have stopped flying. And there's Bob Hoover, the legend. And there's the Strike Commander. I've flown a Strike Commander before, and they are very, very cool to fly. Never done a loop-in one, though. Why is this here? Cessna 152 Aerobat. I mean, actually, I'm glad it's here, because if you are in flight training or you're flying a Cessna 152, I have checklists that I make for Cessna 152. So go on my website, ludixaviation.com. You can pick up yourself the best checklist you'll ever use in your life. There's a little plug. So alright, I'm glad it was here. I don't have a checklist for this though. That's interesting. The FedEx Dassault Falcon 20. That is a paint job, isn't it? That is beautiful. Pretty cool. That's actually a drone that apparently can take 500 pounds of cargo. It dressed up like an X-Wing fighter if you're into Star Wars. I'm not. I'm more into realistic stuff like Lord of the Rings.
Stupid fat hobbit.
Nose gear of Concorde. Surprisingly simple. That is a clean plane. Never seen that one before. It's a weird looking aeroplane.
This is great banter.
Alright, I gotta go upstairs, get a bird's eye view. Different breed, man. It's just a different breed of human being. The US has the Blue Angels, we have the Red Arrows. Well, that was cool. The Air and Space Museum. I gotta figure out now what I want to do, because it's a $50 Uber ride if I want to go to DC, which means it's going to be $50 to get back, so $100 round trip to go into DC. What would you do? It's like 12:30, so there's the rest of the day left to go. I don't know if I want to be spending $100 on an Uber thing. Oh, that's a rough one. I'm gonna have to call the wife.
A few moments later.
I spent the money. We're in DC at the National Museum of Natural History. Let's go. I thought my sister was here. My sister's trying to do social media.
This is great.
Phones. I had one of them. I think my dad had one of them. I had one of them in black. Crazy. Used to play Snake on a Nokia, and yeah, now we can't imagine a life without internet on our phones. Actually, in a museum of natural history. Don't know about that one. Go from the museum to the Washington Monument, and now onto a White House. Hi guys, dancing on stream. If that doesn't show the lengths that people have to go to stay warm in this place, it's, I don't know what will. Yeah, that's pretty cool to see it in person. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was, to be honest with you. I don't want to make comparisons here, but in England we've got Buckingham Palace, which is huge. Compare it to the White House. There's no real comparison on size, but no, we're not getting into an argument, a geopolitical argument here. So that is the day in the life of an airline pilot. It's been pretty cool to fly up here, have the day off, and be able to kind of just mosey around and see the sights and hear the sounds, smell the smells, see the squirrels. Black squirrel though. That's pretty cool. There's one thing that my wife hates when we go on walks, is that if I see a squirrel, I have to try and get it to come over to me. Oh, there we go. She'd be livid. Hello. Sorry, I got no food. That's harsh, isn't it? Sorry about that. So smash the like button if you've enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe if you've not subscribed already. From Washington, DC, this has been a day in the life of an airline pilot. See you next time.